What makes a good Doom level? That's quite the loaded question. Depending on how many people you talk to, you will hear a vast array of different opinions. It's never a single word that summarizes what the player enjoys. A level can be focused around exploration, intense combat, puzzles, or something else entirely different. Today we're going back in time to 1994 to look at one of the earliest single-level WAD releases, The Final Conflict. Created by Cliff Pennock and released on June 21st, 1994. This WAD was recommended to me by my good friend Gappy on the Doom World forums. Since this WAD was his recommendation, the video is dedicated to him. He was the first person to ever reach out to me when I started posting links to my videos over there, and I appreciate his friendship. There are multiple ways to get in contact with me if you ever want to. I love talking about Doom, old games, and music. For those of you who comment on my videos, I do read them and leave hearts to show you that I do acknowledge my audience and appreciate your support. Thank you so much. Since this WAD does not have any music replacement, I'm using ambient tracks from PlayStation Doom by the great Aubrey Hodges. This WAD deserves a boost of atmosphere, and that is why I made this decision. I will play through the level and go for 100% completion, UV max with all secrets. DSDA Doom is my source port of choice. I keep everything strictly vanilla and play on ultra-violence difficulty, the gentleman's way of playing Doom. Within the text file is a story. The setting and location aren't explained and thus require us to use our imaginations to figure it out ourselves. All we know is that our name is Gredden. The story is told through journal entries. Damn this place. We have been stuck here for over a year. Last night, Yudrin returned from his trip to the north sectors. He said he heard about a place on the far side of the mountains. This place is supposed to be the home of all evil. Could this be it? Could this be our destiny? Dear God, Yudrin died last night of his wounds. Nobody left but me now. I vow by the holy Kameshi I will kill this pest from hell. I will wait no longer and begin my crusade over the mountains. 5 days has passed since my last entry. Some troopers caught me and dumped me in some kind of labyrinth. Too bad for them, they left some light amps behind. Shouldn't be that bad to find my way out of here. A whole day it has cost me to get out of the labyrinth. It turned out the exit was clearly marked. Outside the labyrinth I found a heavily guarded structure of which I do not know the purpose. I'm tired now. I will rest and continue my quest tomorrow. It is true! This truly is the place where they dwell. I've been able to capture a keycard to what might be the exit. Disappointed. The card gave only access to a strange puzzly place. The ports of blue lights didn't give the answer easily. Must have missed a clue somewhere. I'm hesitant to say it, but I have found another keycard for the north gate. I will rest first. The city is truly violent. It was, however, a place with great resources. I'm now better equipped, better armed. The hospital was able to cure my wounds for now. I prayed my quest will soon come to an end. They have been partly answered, for I now hold the key to the big structure. I've rested long and good and will now enter the strange structure. This will be my last entry for a while. We are in the dark labyrinth. Behind us is the locked door in which we entered, seeking the demon's domain. And now we know we're not alone. Sergeants and imps populate the narrow hallways of this gray maze. A light at this dead end. Where are we going? When the batteries die to the light amplification goggles, we see arrows in the floor and ceiling to guide us forward. They lead to a wall that is an unmarked door. 3 pinkies greet us with shotgunners behind. By the time we step out into the daylight, we must remember that we do not have armor, and therefore the shotgun guys can hurt us. We must be cautious as we explore this strange place. Gray bricks cover this strange structure. a pathway in the rocks, and light posts for the night. This don't appear to be a dead end. We'll find out later what this area is. Near this tree is a window. Down a long, large hallway are more shotgunners. Inside, we go down the right-hand path to a door. It opens to a horde of pinkies and sergeants inside. What are they guarding? The stairs lead to a row of health and armor bonuses. Into this door are more shotgun guys and a switch. We press it and pick up the blue mega armor. Finally, we have some protection and can play more loose and risky with hit scanners. Back in the hallway, we can see something has opened up in the distance. A sergeant destroys a barrel while shooting at us. Our shots cannot reach him from miles away. Up closer, he is finally downed. There are 2 more doors in the hallway. Brown rocks make the floor with wooden wall panels. It appears that we have discovered some kind of bar. These tables and chairs are most definitely Doom Cute from 1994. Around the back are more shotgunners who have been interrupted from their leisure time. More tables and sitting spaces that have dinner by candlelight. A pool table, complete with green marble and 3 holes on each side. Of all the stuff in this room, this is my favorite decoration. In the ceiling, you can also see the holes. Behind the bar, we meet a quartet of shotgunners. They were guarding the bathroom where more hit scanners are bothered. Below, you can see water at the floor of these urinals. Closer to the door are what I assume to be 2 sinks. A hole in the ceiling means that there must be a drain hole in one of them. Let's go back in the hallway and check the final door. More shotgunners guarding what appears to be their living quarters. A row of beds complete with pillows designed over a different texture. Very impressive early Doom Cute designs. Now that we've seen everything, it's time to finally explore the other side and see what the switch opened. Brown wooden hallways with imps, pinkies, and sergeants acting on guard duty. It's a square room with large hallways. Both sides have a spare number of enemies to take out. This door opens to a room full of goodies. More ammo, another mega armor, and a spare health pack. In the center is another room opening to this square room with stairs and imps down each of them. Once you get to the bottom, you can see the blue key on this pedestal. You could strafe run across here, but there's a better way of picking it up. This is an unmarked door. Run across and get the key, chain gun, and several bonus pickups. Now we must backtrack outside, and time to see what awaits us behind the blue key door. We enter this marble room with flickering lights. This is the strange, puzzly place that the journal entry spoke of. From the back, you can slightly see shadows in the floor. 1, 3, 2, 4. The only hint you get for stepping through the door frames. 3 doors must raise to create the way forward. Inside are 2 hallways with another platoon of enemies guarding each corridor. And this one has computer controls in the walls. Watch closely and they flicker in a pattern. Same with this side. The last one blinks differently as a hint of the way forward, but we can't enter there yet. From here, we find the way forward and up a flight of stairs. And then another one. Up here, you can see the flickering light as a hint of where we're going next. Enemies are crowded around the ledge, making for a painful venture down. Stepping in here opens an unmarked door. Into the long brown corridor are imps posing little threat to us. This wall texture is another unmarked door. Flip the switch under the blinking lights. It lowers a path in the wall back at the control panel, and now we can enter this room with pinkies and imps. We've made it somewhere in this strange place. The yellow key sits on a pedestal, and somehow, someway, we must reach it. Up the top, the armor bonuses lead you over the ledge and right to the spot you need to be to do some pillar hopping. There's just one little problem with this. As you touch the pillars, they begin to collapse into the floor. You only get one try at this and cannot reset their position. That means if you mess up here, you're soft locked and have to start the level over. With the yellow key, we're ready to go back outside, see where that leads us. Into the evil town filled with zombies and sergeants who are more than eager to chip away our health from afar. The skull sign opens to a small armory with more former humans inside. This door opens with a shotgunner curious to learn the commotion outside. The doorway leads to some kind of house, complete with red couches and a coffee table where a candle sits. The skin texture is used as a rug. In the back is a bedroom complete with another Doom cube bed, this one with red sheets. Outside is the backyard. The door across from this one leads to another house. Inside has blue furniture to accommodate the owners. Another bedroom in the back, this one with blankets containing skull patterns. Outside, you will find a small Doom cute swimming pool with a diving board. Behind the building, you can press the wall until finding a secret doorway that leads you to a storage room. Plenty of goodies to be had in here. A rocket launcher, backpack, plasma rifle, and additional ammo. Out in the street, let there be jibs. This building is a hospital. Approaching the door automatically opens. Let there be more jibs, and more jibbing. Some interesting design in the floor with colored lines. Let's take the left-hand path first. In here are red beds, and what I assume to be a morgue since some corpses are already on the beds. The other path has 3 doors, one at the far side disconnected from the main line. Inside is a chainsaw and what appears to be some kind of experiment. Maybe this is the real morgue table. In here are more hospital beds, a dead Pinky on one. The green wall texture is a privacy curtain. Behind it is a shotgunner. You can open the door, but you can't squeeze yourself behind the curtain. Before we leave the hospital, let's get the last secret. Behind this wall is 4 soul spheres bunched up. You have to press the switch to get out. What's behind this door? A church. Behind the altar is the red skull key. Yes, this is most definitely a church. Nice rows of pews. The crucifix is doom cute and also a bit creepy. Before we leave here, we have one more building to explore, and it's easy to overlook since they all look the same. A slanted desk with a few former humans inside. This building seems to be a prison. Down the hall are 4 locked doors. Pressing the switch opens them all to imps and a specter. Since we have the red key, we can finally go back and explore that building that is the central piece of the level. The door opens to a specter and then a cacodemon whom I decide to chainsaw just for laughs. The right hallway has 2 more cacodemons and a shotgunner. The left hallway has a trio of specters. Into the wooden corridor, we're greeted with this. One Baron lurks in the shadows behind the windows, the others down the hall eager to move closer. After you're done with all the enemies, go back here and the light is a hint of an unmarked door. Inside is tons of rocket and cell ammo. The BFG sits in the shadows like it is tucked away in a dark closet, almost like the demons didn't want you to find the ultimate gun. Lost souls, say hi. Press the switch. Three cyberdemons make up the final conflict. When you run around the back, a wall has quietly fell with elevators. They can come down the elevators for you to fight them in the bigger space. The only obstacle is getting caught up behind the light post decorations. Now we know why they gave us all that ammo. One cyberdemon at a time can be fought, taking turns until you get to the last one. The lights flicker in the shape of an octagram. The final switch. Quite a lot to talk about with this level. 248 monsters and 2 secrets. This released 3.5 months before Doom 2, and it manages to capture the vibe of hell on earth since you're behind the mountains in an unknown place. This is essentially a city map that predates downtown in Doom 2. It's very raw with using only vanilla textures, but it has some similarities to what Seamus Young designed in Doom City. I thought it was neat how in the story he writes about the mountains as a way of compensating for being unable to change the skybox image. It's a good way of letting the imagination wander. I love the Doom cute stuff. The crucifix is my favorite decoration. Since this WAD does not use any form of custom graphics, that texture suddenly looks more creepy when used in a church. The hospital was very cool, and same with the little bar with its pool table and bathroom. The whole map is full of Doom cute stuff. The marble room with the flickering lights is another area I like. Some people don't like puzzles in Doom, and I can understand that, but I have played so many WADs from the 90s, I generally find them interesting in Doom. It might be my love for classic Zelda why I generally like puzzles. One of my favorite things about the original Zelda on NES is the sense of exploration and the puzzles in that. When you get the candle, you can burn trees and find hidden staircases. You can even stumble upon the entrance to a dungeon early in the game from doing this. Sometimes I play old Doom levels, and I tend to wonder if the creator was a Zelda fan when I see a focus on exploration and puzzles. The marble room definitely reminds me of old classic Zelda. In the end, the placement of the BFG in the dark room was another little bit that I loved. It's tucked away like someone didn't want you to immediately find it. And then you come to learn there's 3 cyber demons. The big guys didn't want you finding the BFG to use on them. The combat isn't extraordinary, but that's fine. This is an adventure map after all. It uses shotgunners well to be dangerous when you don't have armor. The best fight, of course, is the 3 cyber demons, and I had a lot of fun with that. Cliff Pennock only made this one map. This fits a running theme in the early years of Doom. There were people who just made a map or a handful and then vanished. I liked this map, and it has a lot of heart in it. I can see where it was a passionate project for the creator. Thank you to Gappy for recommending me this map. The first time I played it, I got stuck in the yellow key room. I was soft locked in there, but it didn't frustrate me. This map is from 1994, so I can sympathize with limitations at the time. This did come out before Doom 2, and yet it was still impressive, and it captured the vibe of demonic presence in an earthly environment. To all my fans, thank you for subscribing, liking these videos, and your comments. If you have recommendations for WADs you would like to see reviewed, or just wish to talk with me, you're more than welcome to approach me at any time. Leave comments, or if you want to talk elsewhere, I have an email address, Discord, and I'm on the Doom World forum. Thank you for watching.